Hello, everybody. It's an 1877 seated Liberty quarter. The back's kind of heavily worn, but for $8, I'm going to get that. Back to my coin dealer when he got there. I got there right after he did, but when he walked in to the building, he set that on the counter right for me because he figured I'd be wanting it. Kind of happy to get it. Now, had this on his tray, and this, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but the surface sort of looks like a proof one. And if it is, something happened to it that kind of spoiled the look of it. He didn't write that it was a proof on the card, but I do have some proofs, and I might do a comparison video just to compare it, but that'd be later. That's kind of nice. Now, got this today, which it's an uncentavo from 1895. Someone already took care of the staples on this. Eagle eating the snake, bronze or copper. Would have been a lot more. Someone wanted 9, but that got marked out and he priced it for 4. I'm thinking 4 is about all you should pay for one of these. I could be wrong. It might be more collectible than I think, but low bottle top bandit. This is a 6-pence. My dealer wrote 1923, but that's clearly 1922. So sometimes your eyes fail you when you are dating these coins. Some of them, the dates are small. Well, that one's pretty clear that it's 1922. I like this design. It's not a lot of silver since it's 50%, but $1. I'm like, I'm going to buy that for $1. And now to talk about this. $11. That is about as cheap a 90% silver $half I could get today. Along with this 64 one, which was 11. Now, there's another one I got, but I don't have it handy because it's going somewhere. Let's just put it that way. Now, Cranky Stacker had a $half Walker. As you look at the sides of these, maybe you can tell which ones I'm going to show. That was highly polished. Most of these are just, there's some barbers and well-worn walkers in this. Nobody I know has ever, that I've shown this to, has ever seen a JFK coin worn this much. That's why I like to show it. There's a hint of a D there, which makes this a 64. Now, let's get on down to the coins I was going to talk about. He had one of these Walking Liberties that looked a lot like this one, polished. He had a magnet. I don't have one handy that he stuck to it. Then I have this Benjamin Franklin one, which also looks polished a little bit, and then this one, which looks a lot more polished. This is a 58, and it's a Denver. I can get this to balance on my finger. Well, we'll just ping it. Sounds about the same as that one. Let's see what this one pings like. Sounds about the same. So I'm sure these are what they're supposed to be. They're just, it almost looks frosted instead. Hello, Sophie Stacker. I don't know if I've seen you on my live before. And Bottle Top Bandit says hello. And hello right back at you. These are polished somehow, somewhat, quite a bit. I was able to get them at a pretty good price. Most of this stuff in this particular row of coins I got for the treasure chest challenge last year. Most of them. Not all of them. A couple of them came this year. But I do want to show what I thought was one of the best coins I got from my um, treasure chest challenge. This 1856 Orleans Mint seated Liberty half dollar costed me $12 to get, even though it's plugged. But that's the kind of coin that was cheap enough that I thought would be okay to put in the treasure chest challenge. And if you can get one of these for $12, even with a hole in it, I'd probably go ahead and tell you should buy it. A lot of them do get holes drilled in them like this one did. Now this one I got this year, not last year. And I think I got this one this year too. But someone tried to drill a hole in the middle of it. And it's enough that you can see daylight through it. Or if not drilled, they hit it with a hammer punch, something. But I just kind of wish this was in better shape. 1905S. But I got these pretty cheap too. 1902, and this one is Orleans Mint. I'm thinking I got these for $11 each, which isn't too bad of a price. That's the best price I could get today on this. Most of the walkers he had were 12 or higher, but he had this 64 Kennedy for 11, so I went ahead and bought them. But let's go ahead and pull all this back. This one too also looks a little bit polished, but I don't know. Not a lot, but anyway, we'll go ahead and put this row of 50-cent coins back. Not sure if it's $10 face in this or not. Kind of close. I think it needs a couple more coins, at least. But yeah, I was quite happy to get a 6-pence like this for $1. Usually I would expect to pay a little bit more for one of these small fractional type silver coins, even though it's a 50% one. But I like this ring too, Dragon Head. Didn't cost much. I was telling someone, oh wait, I forgot to put both these back in this. Yeah, it's almost full. I think one more would be, I don't even know if it's $10 face in this or not. Some of them are worn pretty thin. Especially these barbers on the bottom. 3, 4, 5, $7 face. 8, 9, 10, 10.50. I guess it is a full row then. It's just not all the way to the top because some of these are worn pretty thin, especially those dark barbers at the bottom. This Benjamin Franklin here was an interesting one too. Because this one got the washing machine treatment. Might not have been a washing machine, but something took all the reading off the edge of it. The coin itself, not severely worn, but it got caught in some kind of machine or something, and it rounded the entire rim down to a smooth. I thought that was an interesting one too. Now, quick notification for people. This 1912 German coin with a big hole in it. It's the way you get these pretty cheap usually. They've been damaged like this. This is a pretty low mintage coin. I don't remember exactly what the world book that the coin dealer guy was showing me said it was, but he gave me a decent price on it, and I went ahead and bought it. He also had these. Now this one usually most places sell them for around $15. They're about 0.4. They're a little under 0.4 ounces of silver in them. It's 720. It's a 1933, which I want more of them. But this one, it's an un-peso, 1902, 0.9027 silver, or 903 as a lot of people call it. These are pretty expensive on FMX, but I got it for a screaming guy when I bought it. It's a little worn, but average circulation probably is how you could describe it. But I want more of these kind of coins. I'd like more of these too. And if I do buy more German coins, they will not be from a certain era, because I'm not going to buy German coins from a certain era. I'll just let that be a hint as to what era I'm talking about. Now, granted, Germany's reputation in 1912, not much better. They were our enemy in World War I, and that's, the way it is. Now, I do want to thank Raven Ivy again for sending me this little 1 gram 3/9 fine silver heart. Tried to flatten these staples down, but they didn't flatten very well. Don't know why. She also sent me this Great Britain 62 penny with Britannia on the back. Rather large coin. This German coin's a nick bigger. It's about the size of a 50-cent coin, US, give or take. I like it. She also sent me a Canadian quarter. And she said she might have something else for me, which is kind of cool. And I've got plans on sending her some stuff too. More stuff. Not sure yet what, but something. Who all's out there? Say hello if you would. I don't know if Bottle Top Bandit or Southeast Stack are still watching. I want to thank them for stopping by my live stream while I'm doing it. And I guess Bottle Top Bandit's still sticking around for a few more minutes. Look about this eagle ring. This is one that came from the website that sells a whole bunch of fake coins. This is just a ring, and they don't claim it to be anything special. It looks kind of neat, though. I like the way the feathers look on it. The eyes are a little red gemstone looking thing that's probably made out of plastic. These things cost right around $1 from that website, so it's like I bought that. Bought the tiger one, bought the dragon one with, it's got red eyes too, but they're not stones. And then these not real coin rings. Anyway, we'll show a couple of things that they did make. Alright, we'll show this one real quick. Guy's video I just saw today, he had bought one of these things at a flea market. Had this kind of back on it with a Carson City, I think. But his was the trade dollar design on the front. This one they tried to make it look like a seated dollar. But 1847 is well before Carson City struck any coins, before it was an actual mint. So right away, you know this isn't real. But they are out there, along with this one's an odd one to be fake, but it is. One of these 1 peso Philippine coins, 1906. I like this design, but this one's not real. I have a couple that are real, though. And then Morgan dollar ones, like this 1895S. Got to know what these look like, so when if ever you see these, you don't get fooled into thinking these are real. And they won't ping anything right, because I don't even know if they're silver plated. It's kind of high. It wouldn't be that high. But I bought these for training purposes to show people that these are fake. And they made all different kinds. Including half-dollar ones. This is a 1918 Walker, supposedly. In 1909, Orleans Mint barber half. By the way, if you find a barber half in this kind of shape, it's not going to be cheap at all. This would probably be at least extra fine, I think, in that kind of shape. And these don't look that far off of what the actual design. Now, they have, if I can get it out, the JFK one. but it's extremely comical and bad. I mean, it's not even close to being right. But these things are for sale for right around, there you go, right around $1.50 to $2 each, depending on which coin you pick. This is the most horrible, cartoonish looking JFK thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's extremely light. Ironically enough, this one weighs way more than a silver one would. On this one, I think, I don't know, it's just, you have to know that these are out there. I've seen quarter ones too. I didn't buy them, but saw them online. But yeah, that's really bad. But like I said, these two don't look all that far off what the design looks like. I mean, some of them are comical and some aren't. Like 1879 Philadelphia one. Morgan dollar, which is fake. I weigh somewhere around 21 grams. But if you handle a lot of these and you get one of these in your hands compared to the actual Morgan dollars, you're going to know it's not real. But, I mean, they fake everything. They even fake this thing. Obviously, if you know these coins, you know it says Independency Libertad on the edge and it's not reeded. So right away, even though the design don't look all that far off, it does look off. You know this ain't real. And these, the 47 5 centavos or 5 pesos, I mean, these are supposed to be 30 grams. This coin is not big enough and it does not look right. But I mean, some of the other stuff they fake, like your maple leaf, it just don't look right, especially on her face. I don't think anyone's going to think this is an actual maple leaf unless you've never really seen one before, and then you might. But you need to know, you go out to the flea market, this kind of stuff could be laying there for sale on some flea market guy's table. And I mean, they make all kinds of this stuff. That's like a 1 ounce. It says 3/9 fine silver or gold on it, 1 troy ounce. This thing, which Cranky Stacker had one, in the case it doesn't even weigh 31 grams, so right away it's not real. They fake eagles there. All the reading's horrible on this. This is a type 2 one. But if you've seen a few of them, you know the eagle, well, that just doesn't look right. The reading's wrong. The weight's not right. The date doesn't look right. None of it looks right. Fake silver bars, they make them too. It's just 1 troy ounce, 3/9 fine plus Engelhard. Design wise, it don't look too far off, though I think most of these are more rounded corner, and they also have a serial number on them. Here's a different silver eagle one, 2011, but the flip's wrong. Need to be on the lookout because this stuff's out there. What else is in here? Oh, made to look like a Libertad gold piece. I think it's polished brass. I doubt there's any gold plating involved. Johnson Matherly, 3/9 fine. Again, it would have a serial number stamped there. The Germanium Mint Dragon, colorized, says 2 ounce silver. It's not 2 ounces. Those are high premium coins, the 1 ounce ones. I don't know if they even make 2 ounce. And then you got Scottsdale and Silvertown bars, which are both fake. And this 1893 S. Believe you me, if this was a real 1893 S, this would be a very expensive coin in this shape, but it's not real. So you need to be on the lookout for this stuff. So when you go to a flea market and if you see anything that looks odd in a coin, don't buy it. I will give them credit for the looks of this thing. This is really awesome looking, but it's not real. It's a Germania 2020, but it does say 2 ounce. And this is not big enough to be 2 ounces. So we'll put all this stuff back away because it's out, just know it's out there. And they're not, the price they're putting on these is pretty cheap, so you might run into them. And the thing about the 1893S, if they sell enough of those, there might be more of them made than what there is actual 1893S Morgan dollars still around. I mean, they only made 100,000 that year. I had this little box that I kind of forgot I had, and $1 for this Canadian silver dime or 10-cent coin. I would buy these for $1 all day long. Well, as far as the cash in my wallet would let me put it that way. But these two Barber dimes, 1903 Orleans, and not in bad shape. I kind of forgot. I thought I put these away somewhere, but I didn't yet. Another Churchill coin I forgot I had. This one's in fairly nice shape. It's got great mint luster on it. 50 cents is about all they're worth. Now, one last thing we'll talk about. Back in the 80s into the 90s, these guys, this says 88. This Republic of the Marshall Islands coin, which is supposedly a $5 face value. This is Space Shuttle Discovery, first flight of the space shuttles after the Challenger disaster in '86. This particular coin, though, there was a lawsuit about these because I guess what they claimed, you could go to the Marshall Islands and actually spin these at shops. I think what happened is somebody went on a vacation to the Marshall Islands and took some of these with them and tried to spend them or just showed them to some of the vendors, shops and whatever there. They didn't even know what they were. So he came back to the States and filed a lawsuit. They stopped making these. Now some of them are $50 face, and the $50 face ones are 1 ounce silver, or at least they're supposed to be. And they made a $20 one that was a 1/3 ounce, a few of them. Now they made brass ones that were 10, and a lot of $5 ones, all different kinds of war topics and Christmas design, Elvis landing on the moon, a lot of space exploration, airplanes, ships, you name it, they made them. They're not worth $5. In fact, $2 is too much to pay for this. But my coin dealer brought it back from a coin show or something, and he gave me tremendous prices on a lot of stuff, so I just went ahead and bought it anyway because he went through the effort to get it. Anyway, I hope that everyone's having a good night. I don't have a whole lot more stuff to talk about, but I want everyone to know I'm going to continue keeping on making some videos, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow night. So have a good night, everyone.